Hey, everybody. I am going live because I want to talk about what's going on in Iraq right now, and just kind of seeing if anybody's going to get on to talk about it. I've got my phone over here on the side. I am doing looking at Twitter and stuff like that because that's where a lot of stuff is going on right now. But so far, it looks like there have been 3 bases in Iraq that have been hit by missiles from Iran. What's up, Kingpin? How are you, man? Saw you over there at Allen's. That I think a total of 15 different bases. 15 different missiles have been hit on it. The military is confirming that they've attacked Al-Assad, Taj, and one other base. This is potentially going to go sideways very, very quick. I know I've been reading on here on Twitter that the Air Force has taken off from bases in United Arab Emirates to going down there. What's up, Anger Canuck? No. I know I've got a couple buddies. I got one buddy in the 82nd, and a couple other buddies who are in various other units that have been keeping an eye on this quite closely. That, as I said, this has the potential to go very, very sideways, very, very quickly, and I'm hoping it doesn't, but it is what it is. Then you got Nancy Pelosi here talking crap about ending the needless provocations from the administration and demand that Iran cease its violence. Well, yeah, they should be demanding to end the violence. Prep in Ohio, what's up, man? I appreciate it, dude. Yes. If I could show some of the items that are behind me, I would, but I can't because I'm on a live stream. Enough said right there. You know what I mean? There's certain new rules that they don't let you show certain items on live streams anymore. But I know a lot of this stuff. When are you moving? I'm moving on. Technically, my wife started moving stuff today, but we're going to move the big stuff this weekend because we've got to the end of the month in our mobile home, so we've got like 3 weeks to move. So we got lots of time. We're all going to die? Nah, I don't think so. I think unfortunately, service members are going to be the ones that are going to be in the line of fire. It's the standard thing where the ones in power are the ones who make those decisions, and all the peons are the ones who actually have to go and take care of business and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that it'll be over quickly. Because of hopefully pre-planning that the military had already done based upon threats and stuff like that. No, we're not screwed. Using bad language. No, I'm just joking. Just joking. I can't say potty words like that, or they ding you on your stream. But that being said, Russia has joined the chat. Sweet. We like Russia. Not really. Actually, I had a couple when I was in the military. I had a couple buddies from Lithuania, over in that same general area. China, nope. Buddy was from South Korea, so close, but not the same. Hey, if they want to join in and give me watch time, cool. I don't have any military secrets to throw out there and stuff like that. I'm just more talking about what's going on over there real quick and just kind of throwing my 2 cents out there. But one of the news agencies reported an hour ago that Iran's Revolutionary Guard has warned of more crushing responses if the U.S. military retaliates. Well, of course, the military is going to retaliate. They can't not retaliate just because of what is going on right now. The sun is enlisting in the spring. Pretty sure that dude could eat my lunch. Kind of wondering. Man, ain't that always the thing? But you always want your kids to be better than you. In the long run, you always want your kids to have a better world. And right now, unfortunately, this is one of the things that's going on to try to make it a better world. If there's trouble, let it be now for me instead of for my kids, or however the phrase exactly goes. World War III, it's too late. See, I put that in there. I won't lie. I put it in there for a little bit of clickbait type deal. I don't think that Iran has the ability to do strikes like that. Because of those limited capabilities and the fact that if it really got that bad, we have nuclear weapons. They don't. We have the tactical nuclear weapons to where they can be used in country and not affect the surrounding countries and stuff like that. As opposed to, if you do a big city killer and it hits by a border, well, yeah, then it's going to go over to another country. The tactical ones can take out blocks and dissipate. Still going to light up like a Christmas tree, but hopefully not as much. But Iran does not have the way to get over here with it. He's much better than I was. He is what's going to keep us safe. He and his buddies are pretty hardcore. No, yeah, prepping. That's some good stuff. That is. He sounds like he's going to be a trigger puller or a tanker, one or the other. Kingpin, you're right. We don't really need the nukes for Iran. I'm just saying that's the ultimate fail-safe. And Angry Canuck, you are exactly correct that I don't want to say we're fine, but we are okay as long as Russia and China don't get in on Iran's side. That being said, do they really want to? Do they want to cross that line to where they're now in open warfare against us? You are definitely right. Iran, they could care less about, really. They've got Syria. That's the big thing that they wanted. They wanted Syria so they could have the bases there. They can have their toehold in the Middle East to counter the U.S. And China, yeah, if our economy goes down the toilet because of a prolonged war, they're screwed. Mondak, what's up, buddy? Because China owns so much of the U.S. debt. A lot of their economy is based around either A, our debt, or B, our economy buying their product, because so much electronics, furniture, blah, 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 is made over there with cheap labor. They don't have consumers here. They're not going to have the ability to make any money. So with all that, I don't foresee them getting involved in it. The thing that worries me, in the other nation falls, we will have slow times. point. Very good point. We are the economic engine of the world. It's always been that way. It always will be that way. Hence the reason why all the prices are so freaking high here. You look at drug prices, and if the United States wasn't around, half the meds that they have in the world wouldn't be around because we make them. We invent them here. Sorry about my sniffles, man. I got a freaking cold and it's killing me. But with the thing that I worry about with Iran right now is because they have threatened Israel with no, I'm still in my old house. We're moving in there this weekend. We closed yesterday, so we're moving all the little stuff during the week, and then we're going to move all the furniture and everything this weekend. But with them threatening Israel, if Israel retaliates, oh no, you're good, bud. I try to multitask. If Israel retaliates, then that risks the other Arab countries going against Israel, and that would just be a big pain in the butt. This thing will play out. Everyone talking World War III, a few airstrikes, excluding political influence, pretty much over. Think about it, they did it to us. So if Iran was to do that to here, to take out one of our, take out the chairman and joint chiefs of staff or something like that, that would be a straight act of war, because the difference between us, our chief of staff, and this guy Soleimani is Soleimani's sole job was to direct terrorist activities. He was in charge of all the proxies in Syria, Iraq, Lebanon, was in charge of big influence in Hezbollah, was running the embassy attack this last time, and that's what made him a legal military target, is that he was committing terror. And once you cross that line, you become a legitimate target. You think prices are high? Come to Canada. No, God, $9? Holy crap! It's $2.58 here, which is, I think, like around $3 or so Canadian. If they just went up us one time, we'll be in a bad place. The most important thing right now is remembering all this. Don't trust your government. Nope. Trust it as much you trust it as much as it trusts you. $4.99. Good God. Yeah, that's some expensive stuff. Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for tomorrow morning. There's a gas station right across the street from me. I'm waiting to see what the gas prices are going to be tomorrow morning. They went up about 20 cents the other day after Soleimani was taken out, and I could just see them jumping up $1 and bullshit like that. Oop. Don't knock me, YouTube. I'm sorry. I apologize. I marked my stream not for kids. Yeah, oil field prices. You got to love it. Well, and that's the thing that doesn't make any sense. Iran's threatening to close off the Strait of Hormuz and all that kind of stuff. We make we are a net producer, exporter, or whatever. We make more oil here than we actually use, which makes no sense that we're still importing oil instead of just using our supplies here. Mondak, where are you from? I can't remember. Yeah, it's all about the money. It is all about the money. Prep in Ohio is right next door to me from Indiana. So all of us Midwest guys, we the hilarious thing is that when oil and stuff like that gets messed up, we actually get hit hard sometimes because of the way the pipelines go. Western North Dakota. You ever heard of a town called Cavalier, north of Fargo? I spent a couple of weeks up there years and years and years ago. I get tired of the government thinking about how oil independent we are. every time something like this. Yeah, and that's what makes no sense, Kingpin, is they say that we are independent and everything like that. But yeah, as soon as something happens, bam, there goes the oil prices. And now I know a lot of it is the money grabbers with the oil and stuff like that. Hey, Jerry. Uh, but it really doesn't make any sense when they say, well, distribution from overseas is getting disrupted. Well, we don't need it from overseas. That's what doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's a tiny, tiny little town. I think like 500 people or something like that. I knew a chick from when I was in high school, talking to her on the computer. That was my crazy thing I did as a high school kid. $1 per liter. Yeah, 190 last week. Damn, must be nice to be 190. I haven't seen it. We had it under $2 here not too long ago. A few months ago. But like I said, with everything that's going on over there, it's just crazy how things will pop off so quick. Even Ice-T is getting in on the everything that's going on over there in Iran, in Iraq. He just posted Iran just launched the missile, blank officially popping off. Wow, shake my head. And then people talking smack about Obama and the money that he gave them. U.S. cannot accept a direct attack, which this is. Blah, blah, blah. It's just everything that's going on over there right now is just, it's crazy. And more, we just need to be paying attention to what's going on around us. Feed the sheep. Right? That is for sure. Another group is, as I was talking about with Israel, the Republican Guard is supposedly saying that Hezbollah is ready to attack Israel and heavily in case the U.S. decides to retaliate for the missile attacks. The threat of upcoming war, and they should hurry and disarm us so we can't defend ourselves. Exactly. That's what they think. Goes back to the saying that no one can actually prove that the Japanese general said that if they ever attacked the U.S., there'd be a gun behind every blade of grass because we have lots of guns. Last number I saw was like 480 million guns. Over 50% of all the guns in the world are here in the U.S. We do have a lot of grass. Hold on. My cat is attacking me because I'm not paying attention to her. Sarge Shaw. I don't know who you are, but everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got them. Some of them stink. All right. Well, and also too the U.S. Geographically is ideal as a against attack because you have mountain ranges on both the east and west coast. You won't get too far because you got the Appalachians on the east coast. You got the Grand Canyon on the west coast. So you'll get in, but it goes back to, I don't know if people have seen the Man in the High Castle on Amazon, and the Japanese only got as far as the Grand Canyon for when they attacked the U.S. in that Smurf rule. Gotta love Smurfette. She's a looker. Oh man, this runny nose is killing me. Apologize again. And then one of the things that was crazy win World War IV. Well, let's get through three first. We can't jump the gun that quick. We got to be one at a time right now. According to all right, prepping, stay out of trouble, keep your head on a swivel. The F-35s, which are one of those new stealth aircraft, were the ones that took off from UAE. Take it easy, prep. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, dang, hit my table here. God, I'm gonna be glad once I get moved because I actually have a nice big setup. The U.S. cannot defend themselves in Iraq. This will be a disaster. Well, considering Sarge Shaw, whichever. I'm not sure if you're being a troll or what. So I'm going to throw this out there real quick. The bulk of U.S. forces are actually already leaving Iraq. They have been over the last couple of days. So it kind of shows how much of pussies Iran was to wait until the bases were getting empty, and then they want to try to attack us because they knew that we won't have as many people. Thing that they always forget is that the U.S. has the biggest air force in the world. The U.S. also has, if not the largest, probably second to only the U.S. Nalem, how are you? In terms of missile inventory, with cruise missiles and the whatnot. So any of those 52 targets that President Trump talked about could be attacked from 100 miles, 1,000 miles away. And you don't have to worry, we wouldn't have to worry about putting troops, our troops in the line of fire with that. Do I think it will happen? I do believe that the U.S. is going to retaliate. I do believe they will retaliate similarly to what President Trump did in Syria. Basically, enough of a show to smack their hands pretty hard, but not enough to go as far as risking all-out conflict. Because as much as people might not like President Trump is smart. He is a businessman who knows the value and stuff. He knows how to do the cost-benefit analysis. Is it worth going to an all-out attack against Iran? Will there be enough of a return? In this case, I don't think so. And there's not enough of a threat, in my opinion, for it. Now, say North Korea had done this. Right? Say North Korea had done this. That's a different subject because North Korea has nuclear weapons, and their dictator is even crazier than the Ayatollah. So that might be worth it. Yes, Iran has a lot of conventional weapons. They have a large conventional army, but their conventional army sucks for the most part. And you mean that big red button? And most of our stuff can easily bypass their defense mechanisms and things like that. So I don't think we're going to have as big of an issue taking that stuff out. Plus, it's really just going to depend on how the next 12 hours go. I wouldn't even say 24 hours. I would say the next 12 hours, see what kind of strikes that they make in Iran, and then we'll see how things are going. Because if if it's something to where they are, attacking everything and anything, it's going to be interesting. One news group is saying, do you want Iran to be punished, or do you want to start World War III? I don't want either, honestly. Set up a concentration camp in Iran. Oh, now you're getting trolly. Now you're getting trolly. Hey Vanessa, how are you? Punishing isn't the means, I believe, of any of this. Deterrence is what this is. The uh, taking out of Soleimani was a preemptive attack because he was already planning attacks on us, and it was a deterrent for future people like that to know, well, hey, if you're going to plan such things, you need to realize what can happen. It's very sad that it's I ain't happy about it by no means. I'm not happy about it. As I said, I've got friends who are still in the military and that may or may not be going to this. I don't know yet, and I don't want any of them to get hurt or anything like that. Do I want Iranians killed? No. Do I want Iraqis killed? No. It's if you want that, then you're just crazy. You're just weird, and you need to go get help. As Husky just says, I feel bad for the innocent people. The innocents, soldier of Muhammad bin. Oh, come on! Good God, go away. But anyways, innocent people are always the ones who get hurt when in any conflict, and that is definitely what sucks. Over there in Kenya, when the Al Shabaab attacked the other day, right, the night, he was a pilot, not a military pilot. He was a military contractor that flew supplies, and he was killed in their attack and stuff. So innocents always get hurt, and it just sucks. Do you think that it would be still because Middle Eastern guys are crazy? I would hope not. Clan. I don't really know which country you're from, obviously, but unless you're from Switzerland, that's the only country that I know of that won't get bombed by another country just because of money, because everything goes back to money. But you would hope not. I know the U.S. normally does not just bomb random countries just for the heck of it. That normally there is a purpose. Sometimes it's a little nefarious, but it is what it is. Anybody want a Siamese cat? Trump and then General. Crazy stuff. It goes back to what was the movie? Hey, excuse me. Troy with Brad Pitt in it. And the very beginning when the Agamemnon was going against another king, he's like, let's do this the old ways. You have your best fighter, I have my best fighter, and then we did win it that way. That would save a lot of lives. That would save a lot of lives. So let's see what else exciting is going on in the Twitter world. Iran has started a second round of attacks. Pro-Hezbollah China, yeah, they already said that. Iran said that they actually, so Iran is admitting to that they admitted to doing all this stuff. Are you afraid of Russia? And I'm from Ireland. We were neutral. That sucked. That sucks, clan. Yeah, I know Ireland did get some blowback, unfortunately, during World War II. In this situation, I don't think you would be bombed by another country, by terrorists, maybe, because Ireland is part of the Western world, and they don't like the Western world. Shard asks, are you afraid of Russia? Am I afraid of Russia? Not necessarily. Do I respect Russian military and stuff like that? Yes. They do have a very formidable military that I wouldn't necessarily want to have to deal with. U.S. must Spot to be world policeman. I don't know what word you wanted there was spot. I think you mean stop, which would make perfect sense. And that I believe that is one of President Trump's goals is to stop being the world's police. And if they want us to be police in their country, that they have to pay for it. Hence the reason why President Trump is making NATO countries pay their 2% or 3%. That's why he's been pushing at Korea to pay more for the troops that are stationed there. Kingpin, I could believe that, honestly. The thing though with Russia is that it's like a lot of countries, their price points are a lot less than us. Anybody want to get rid of Maximilian there? Because he's a little troll too much. Shard, I don't know. I'm not really talking about any other conflicts besides the Iran or Iraq stuff. Why are humans so stupid? I don't think they're stupid per se, but they can be self-serving. Hey, Jerry Mondek, if you don't know that you guys are, oh, good. You guys are moderators. You look like Lester from GTA. Huh, cool. Bye, dude. You're a douche. They are okay with dead soldiers in Russia. It's very big and very cold. Ironic when you join a chat about war and the conversation is coming. Hey, as horrible as that is, Husky, it's what a lot of times it ends up getting down to is that the wars go back to that. If you look back at the original Desert Storm, it was started because Iraq wanted Kuwait's oil. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Iraq wanted Kuwait's oil because they wanted the money. And so it just goes back to that kind of stuff. It's just one of those things to where I hope and I pray that we all make it through this without too many scrapes, and that this is over very quickly, and that we all can make it well. So, yep. Yeah, that is very true, Mondek. So, all right, guys. I appreciate everybody showing up here. Just want to do this quick little thing. Do you think will happen? I don't think so, Shard. I really don't. So, I appreciate everybody stopping by, and I will talk to you guys here later on.